Hello everyone, so today we are going to be reviewing something and reacting. Actually, I will be reviewing and reacting to a documentary that CNN has done a documentary. Actually, I think they've done like 2 documentaries about the Kenyan rock scene, and I'm going to be reacting to one of them. This was released in 2017 or 2018, and today I'm going to be reviewing it, reacting to it, and telling you what I think about it. If you've never seen it, you're in for a treat. It's not a very long documentary, it's like 8 minutes TV, so yeah, make sure to give this video a like if you're brand new here and consider subscribing. When you subscribe, make sure you tap the bell icon so that you receive notifications. Tap the bell icon thing. I talk about everything rock music here. Alright, let's check it out right now. This documentary is called Inside Africa. It's a CNN featured mini documentary thing. It's mainly focusing on the Christian rock bands here in Kenya.
The rock and roll scene in Kenya is largely still a work in progress. With little support for a music scene genre with a bad rep, Kenyan rockers face challenges finding and accepting society.
I think the perception that people have about rock is really not good. People think that it's demonic, it's influenced by the devil.
So the guy who's talking right now is the drummer of RASH. He's called Gakosh. And Gakosh, kwani ulikuwa umeamshwa mapema?
No, that kind of stuff. But I think it's because people in this part of the continent are very godly, if I may.
People in this part of the continent are very godly. Dandia tu kama ma3. Pekajeng.
Put it that way.
Kenya is a religious country.
Kenya is it's kind of religious.
And rock,
but I was about to throw so much shade.
Music is widely considered unchristian.
I think it's because of what they see on TV when people play metal, the goth costumes they put on, and then the mosh pit. So guys think that these people are crazy, but they forget that this is a culture on its own. It doesn't have any.
So the guy you're seeing drumming over there is his name is Ronjay. He's the drummer of Crystal Axis. I think here they are filming Crystal Axis. And for those of you who do not know, metal has different genres. So if you see a metal band that is doesn't mean that all of them are like that.
It doesn't have anything to do with the devil or anything.
Ironically, a big segment of Kenya rock is Christian. The first ever Kenyan Christian rock band, Rock of Ages, started in a church in Nairobi.
We started it off right here where we're in this very church here.
So for those of you who do not know, Mark over here, the guy that you're seeing right now, Mark, he's very, let me say, OG in the Kenyan rock scene. This guy has been planning, he has helped me plan so many gigs. He's the guy to call when you're doing rock gigs.
Parklands Baptist Church. And we received encouragement from our own church folk here.
Mark Wanjira has seen the power of rock.
Looks great, that all looks number one.
Since the band started back in 2001.
Rock of Ages started in 2001. 2001, I don't even think I was listening to rock at that time.
The moment we saw the entire crowd bouncing up and about like a bunch of energized molecules, a chemistry experiment gone right, well, we're like, my goodness, this is actually a rock show.
Rock of Ages is just one of the many bands trying to change the perception of rock in the country by uniting the music with a message.
I can only imagine, you enter a church and then you find a rock band. They're like, that would be so sick.
Gospel rock to me is more about a message. It's actually about a message that is really biblically grounded. Then just put the distortions and the drums all around it. Extending the church service out of church and taking it out there to the streets, to the roads, to the clouds.
KANYEKI!
One of today's most recognized Christian acts is KANYEKI. James Chege Maina and his band
KANYEKI, unaitwa James Chege. Sikuwa najua. Okay, now I know, thank you.
Are the only ones to sing in the local vernacular, Kikuyu.
Umesikia vile naitwa Kekoyo. Let me rewind that. Naitwa Kekoyo. Okay, it's called Kekoyo.
His band are the only ones to sing in the local vernacular, Kikuyu. Last year they received 2 nominations at Afrima, the All African Music Awards.
At that moment they called me, I just lost my job and I was walking home. To me it was like, I didn't believe it.
So for those of you who do not know, Afrima are African International Music Awards. They are based in Nigeria. So KANYEKI has been nominated there once, and RASH, you know RASH, yeah, RASH, who I just mentioned earlier, they've ever won an Afrima award.
Until I received an email from them. And despite the people, the judges, or the faculty of the Afrima, they were not understanding the language still, but I came number 3.
KANYEKI, you became number 3 because your music is awesome, even though people don't understand Kikuyu. If you agree with me, please comment below. KANYEKI sings in Kikuyu. KANYEKI sings in Kikuyu, and even though you don't understand, he is still awesome. That's why he would rank as one of the best.
For James, discovering rock was a blessing.
I was in a tender age, around 14-15 years old. I just tuning the radio, and I can feel something which is not normal thing that we used in, and I became kind of addicted to kind of a music. I didn't realize people used to say that when you listen to kind of a music, maybe I end up worshipping or such kind of a thing. But I stick to my ground and I said, let me just enjoy my music.
Wacha nikuambie, the real devil worshipper, the real devil worshipper is the one who doesn't listen to rock and then tells you that rock is demonic. Hajawai skiza. And hajawai skiza, they have never listened, but then they give you their ignorant opinion about this thing they've never listened to. That is the real devil worship.
In 2008, after high school, he would record his first song. It was a hip-hop track. Eventually, he realized he could change more lives by going back to the music he first heard on the radio. But instead of just rock, he tried his hand at gospel rock.
Every song I liked it's come from a Bible. And someone can ask me, where did you get kind of a lyrics? I refer to Bible.
Still, his music was not fully accepted in church.
After just doing the intro of the song, the pastor and the main people in the church were like, no, you can't do such kind of music here in our church.
Wacha nikuambia, if you try to perform KANYEKI's music and the church tells you apana, wacha nikuambie, do not be surprised anyway. Kenyans don't understand rock music anyway, so it's their loss, in my opinion. It's their loss that they're not going to experience this good music.
Today, James works odd jobs during the day on the outskirts of Nairobi to make ends meet.
I don't do music 100% doing music, no. I have other things to do so that I can pay the bills.
And by night, he rocks to the lyrics of his own journey, hoping to change the perception of his music through God.
When I'm writing a song, I feel it's a pain memory I went through this pain. Maybe someone else is going through not the similar pain, huh? But it's something that
Kama wewe ni fan wa KANYEKI, please comment below. Please comment below. I know there are fans out there. Comment below.
will make him or her lose faith or give up. The music behind you will be a bit harsh to them, but they will understand the words. If they understand the words, actually, they fall in love with it.
Tonight his band is practicing for an up-and-coming show alongside RASH, hosted by local radio station Capital FM.
More awesome stuff coming up because I've got guys from Parking Lot Grass and RASH.
So this is Wanjira. She was one of the presenters at Capital FM. She's not there right now. Hey. Yeah, which shows you that this happened a long time ago, maybe 2018 or 2017.
Hey, gentlemen. Tell me how you doing today.
We always work.
So the person talking anaitwa Jesus. His name is Jesus. Do not be fooled. Do not. His name is Jesus. Okay. Anyway, this is Max. He plays guitar for RASH. And his name is written as Jesus, but his name is Jesus.
Towards, improving our situation.
We're trying to break boundaries. We're trying to cut across the board.
This guy who's talking right now is the lead singer of
You're
Parking Lot
rockers.
Grass. He's called Dan Morera.
rock really doesn't fit into the Kenyan music scene per se, in my opinion. At least not by popular demand so much. You have your very niche rock fans and the people who love it, but
there, Wanjira, I agree with you. Hapo siwezi kata in terms of quantity, yeah.
But and still keep up with it.
I kind of thought it would be fun for fusers for us to have a little bit of a conversation about, you know, how the rock scene is kicking and how
Wanjira is an American-born Kenyan.
My God, who is narrating? And whoever he is brutalizing these words. Hebu ni rewind kidogo. Ati who
a conversation about, you know, how the rock scene is kicking and how
Wanjira is an American-born Kenyan who relocated to Nairobi in the early 2000s. She hosts a rock show, The Fuse.
I've got a whole bunch of great music lined up for you.
If you look at kind of the history of rock, the early 2000s were when there was this big surge in its popularity and everyone loved rock. And Kenya wasn't left out of that. People couldn't get enough of this stuff. And so that's when The Fuse was created. And unfortunately, the show The Fuse was cancelled.
I did not know that The Fuse was cancelled.
Momentarily. When it was cancelled, there was a huge backlash. And that's when I think people started to realize, like, okay, there's definitely some sort of rock scene here, and there are people who take it quite seriously. And so let's keep this thing going.
How would each of you...
You'd be very surprised how many rock fans there are in Kenya. The problem is finding them. The problem is that they are not in social groups and they are not on social media. So finding rockers is very hard. But wako na mko wengi and you're very many. You may think that you're few, but you're not few. You're very many. I hope your children also become rockers. Tukue wengi even more.
Describe your music.
Different.
Authentic. Also, the guy talking right now is the former lead singer of Parking Lot Grass. It's called Raf.
Overwhelmingly, a lot of people talk about soft rock. There aren't so many hardcore, intense metal fans, but there are some metalheads. I think Kenyans like to move. We like to do a little something on the dance floor, and that also may be another reason why rock does.
I think that is where you're wrong, Wanjira. I think that is where you're wrong, Wanjira. Let me explain. You see, if you're a fan of Breaking Benjamin, you're a hard rocker, you're not a soft rocker. If you can listen to Let's Go, if you can listen to a band that sounds like that, you're into hard rock. If you listen to Shine Down, Papa Roach, things like old school Bring Me the Horizon, Skillet, 3 Days Grace, old school Nickelback, you're into hard rock, you're not into soft rock. Because soft rock is things like The Script, The Fray. Surely, I know for a fact that if you put metalheads and hard rockers in one group, and then you put soft rock people in one group, soft rock, those who don't listen to anything hard and anything metal, uweke tu kabisa in one corner, they only listen to, let me say, Ed Sheeran, which is not really rock, but Ed Sheeran kind of music, and, you know, Jason Mraz and John May, and they never try even Breaking Benjamin. If you put them in one corner and you put hard rockers in one corner with metalheads, watakuwa wengi. The issue is that most people think hard rock is metal. That's the issue. They think hard rock is metal.
And that also may be another reason why rock doesn't quite have its place here on the music scene.
It may not have its place here in the music scene, but my dear, let me tell you, bado tuko. Even if we're not accepted and we're called devil, we are still there.
From pioneers like Rock of Ages to today's KANYEKI, the hard rock scene is trying to break the satanic stigma and get more people to listen to the music they love.
I think there he has said satanic stigma. That is the truth. The fact that the music has nothing to do with the devil, but people who don't understand it wanafikiria ni ya devil, they think is devil music. I think that's the real problem. That's the real takeaway out of this kind of documentary.
Whether it's through gospel or local dialect, can rock bring Kenyans together?
Okay, so that was the documentary. It's pretty cool. I think it's really well put, and it shows a really accurate perspective of Kenyan rock and the bands here, especially the Christian ones. He has asked, can rock bring Kenyans together? Well, just so you know, My mom loves Kanyeki, just so you know. My mom loves Kanyeki. The first time my mom saw Kanyeki on TV, when Kanyeki was being interviewed, my mom thought that Kanyeki was awesome. So I think it just needs a bit of open-mindedness. If you can find someone who's open-minded enough to listening to rock music, they can really enjoy it. Especially Kenyan rock, they can really love it. But people have this mentality of rock is demonic. They don't have this mentality of they're not open to even listening to rock at all. Especially some people are not even open to listen to Kenyan rock. What can you do? That was the documentary, the mini documentary by CNN about the Kenyan rock scene. What did you think of it? Comment below, tell me what you think. That was my reaction and review. That is all I had for you today. I hope you're having an awesome day. My lighting is a bit weird, and that's because I'm shooting this early, so I hope it's not that bad. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, and as always, subscribe, because we talk about everything rock music on this channel. And I'll be doing more reaction videos. You guys enjoyed the previous one where I reacted to Maggie Nekesa and her amazing voice. That video is called The Most Unique Voice in Kenyan Rock Music. I'll leave the link to pop up right here if you haven't watched it, and I'll also leave it at the end screen. Alright, thanks so much for watching. You take care and leave a comment. God bless.